Welcome back, everyone. We're diving back into Dragon Ball Daima today, and things are getting really interesting in episode 7 of season 1.
Yeah, definitely picking up the pace now.
Yeah, we've got two groups on a collision course. Everyone wants this mysterious artifact, and there are just so many questions.
Yeah, and it's really fascinating how they're kind of juggling all these different storylines in this episode. We've got Vegeta and his crew heading to the demon realm with Hybis, while Goku and his friends are still searching for the Tamagami.
Right?
And then we've got King Kadan kind of looming over everything, watching everyone's moves.
Yeah, like a big game of cosmic chess or
Yeah.
trying to figure out like who's playing who. And then on top of that, you've got this whole magic collar thing going on. We find out that Panzy, our Vegeta companion, is wearing one.
Right.
And it's definitely not a fashion statement.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's way more than just an accessory, right? And the fact that Shin explains that it's made of Katchintite, this substance that's directly linked to Dabura's rule, it just adds a whole other layer of intrigue to it.
Yeah.
Suddenly, we're connecting this seemingly small detail to this much larger history of the demon realm.
Yeah, it's those little details that really get me hooked. And speaking of details, did you notice how the Gendarmerie, like the Demon Realm's police force, aren't really portrayed as straight up villains?
Yeah,
I mean, they're enforcing the rules.
right.
Even if those rules seem, kind of harsh to us.
Well, their presence does bring up some really interesting questions about, like, power and control in the demon realm.
Yeah, for sure.
And it seems like those magic collars, like that's their way of keeping the emergent population in check.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, I don't know, that kind of brings up some ethical dilemmas, doesn't it?
definitely. And it makes Pansy's actions even more impressive. She doesn't just wait around to be rescued.
Yeah.
She's resourceful. She uses her quick thinking and a taser to defend herself.
Smart.
Yeah. And then she disables the Gendarmerie's communicators.
Yeah, I mean, she's resourceful, she's tech savvy, she's brave.
Yeah.
It's almost like the show is deliberately trying to subvert that whole damsel in distress trope,
Yeah.
showing that strength can come in different forms.
I love that.
Yeah.
It really adds depth to her character. And then we've got Shin just dropping this bombshell on us that his former name was Nahare,
Oh, yeah.
and he has a past in the demon realm.
Right.
It totally changes how we see him now.
Yeah, absolutely. Suddenly, he's not just this knowledgeable guide,
Right.
He's a character with this hidden past, potentially even like a darker side to him.
Yeah.
What do you think that means for his role going forward?
I mean, it makes me wonder if he's holding back on us.
Right.
Like, maybe he's hiding some secret powers or knowledge.
Yeah, for sure.
But before we get too deep into those theories, I think we have to talk about that cliffhanger ending.
Oh, yeah.
Vegeta arrives in the third demon world, heading straight for Goku.
Mm-hmm.
And just when things are about to get really intense, what does Goku do?
What's he do?
He decides he needs a meal and a bathroom break.
Classic Goku, right.
It is,
Even with like this potentially universe altering encounter about to happen, he's still got to take care of the basics.
yeah,
It's that reminder that even the most powerful beings have ordinary needs,
right. And it's those little touches of humor that really make this show so enjoyable. So much happened in this episode. What's standing out to you the most as we move into the next part of our deep dive?
I think what's really got me thinking is how they subtly set the stage for potential conflict in this episode.
Right.
Like earlier on when King Kadan tells Hybis to contact him once they reach the third demon world.
Yeah,
It's a small detail,
right.
but it hints at this deeper involvement he has,
Yeah, like he's orchestrating things from behind the scenes.
Exactly. And with Vegeta now aligned with him, it just raises the stakes for when they inevitably run into Goku.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you've got these two powerful forces with their own agendas all converging on this one thing, the Tamagami.
Yeah.
Talk about a recipe for an epic showdown.
Speaking of showdowns, I was so impressed with Pansy. During that encounter with the Gendarmerie,
Yeah.
she doesn't just fight back, she hacks into their system, gets a new PN for their stolen plane.
Right. I mean, that's just fantastic. It's a great display of her adaptability,
Yeah.
her intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
In a world of like powerful warriors, she's proving that brain power can be just as effective as brute strength.
Yeah, it's like she's a tech wizard in a world of magic and energy blasts.
I love it.
And while we're on the topic of the Gendarmerie, I thought it was interesting how they weren't portrayed as purely evil.
Right.
Like they're just enforcing the rules of the demon realm.
Right.
Even if those rules seem, well, pretty oppressive to us.
Well, yeah, Yeah, it adds this layer of moral complexity to it.
That's
Like,
sure.
are they villains because they're upholding this system that restricts individual freedom? Or are they just cogs in a larger machine just following orders, you know?
Yeah,
Do you think about the different shades of gray in this world?
it does. And those shades of gray, they kind of extend to Shin as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his explanation about the origins of the magic collars, tying them back to Dabura's rule, that was fascinating.
Yeah.
But what really caught my attention was how easily he removed Pansy's collar using magic.
Right. It's like this subtle hint that there's more to him than meets the eye.
Yeah,
He obviously possesses some considerable magic abilities of his own,
Right.
which raises even more questions about his past life as a Nahare, you know?
yeah.
Could he have been like a powerful warrior in the demon realm himself?
It makes you wonder what else he might be hiding.
Right.
He's definitely become one of the most intriguing characters,
Absolutely.
and I can't wait to see how his past connects to the present.
Me too. But, you know, amidst all this serious drama and intrigue, the episode still manages to inject some classic Dragon Ball humor.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, who else but Goku would insist on a meal and a bathroom break before confronting, you know, like a potentially universe-altering entity?
Such a Goku thing to do.
It is.
Like, he's this legendary warrior, capable of these incredible feats, but he's still relatable because he has basic human needs.
Absolutely.
Those little comedic moments, they really help break the tension,
Totally.
keep the story from getting too heavy.
Absolutely. It's that balance of action, drama, and humor that makes Dragon Ball Daima so engaging.
It really is. So as we head into the final part of our deep dive, what are some of the key takeaways we should keep in mind? It's amazing how those seemingly insignificant details can actually turn out to be major plot points.
Oh, totally.
Like, remember when Pansy's friend Peral just casually mentions that Vegeta arrived in the third demon world?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the time it seemed like just a throwaway line,
Right.
but it really cleverly highlights the converging paths of our two main groups.
Yeah, for sure.
And it kind of hints at how interconnected the demon realm's communication networks actually are.
Absolutely. It really does make you realize just how much thought goes into crafting these narratives
Right.
and how even the most like minor characters can play a significant role.
It's true. And speaking of playing roles, what do you make of Kinkadan's involvement in all of this?
Oh, he's definitely suspicious, right?
He is.
He's pulling strings, he's behind the scenes. It's like he's playing this game of cosmic chess, you know,
Yeah.
using these powerful warriors as his pawns.
Yeah, but what's his end game?
Right. What's he really after? Is he trying to control the Tamagami?
Right.
Or is he trying to exploit its power for his own personal gain?
That's the million zany question, isn't it?
It
His
is.
motives are still a complete mystery.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears a little bit and focus on the Tamagami itself. We still know so little about this mysterious entity.
Right.
What are your thoughts on its true nature?
Oh, it's the biggest enigma in this whole episode, right?
It is.
Is it a force for good? Is it a destructive entity?
Yeah.
Is it something in between? The show keeps us guessing.
He does.
Leaves us with more questions than answers.
Definitely keeps us in suspense. And then there's that restaurant owner. His eagerness to point Goku towards the Tamagami felt almost too convenient.
You're right to be suspicious.
Yeah.
It does raise the question, you know, is he connected to King Kadan somehow?
Right?
Or maybe he has his own ulterior motives.
Right.
Maybe he's hoping Goku will just unwittingly unleash the Tamagami's power, creating chaos that he can then exploit, you know?
Ooh, that's an interesting theory. There's a whole new layer of intrigue to his character.
For sure.
So we've got so many unanswered questions. Will Vegeta and Goku clash? What secrets will be revealed about the Tamagami? And what role will King Kadan ultimately play in all of this?
It's what makes Dragon Ball Daima so captivating, right?
Yeah,
Keeps you guessing, leaves you wanting more.
Does.
Every episode is another piece of this larger puzzle, and we're slowly piecing it all together and covering the bigger picture.
so as we wrap up this deep dive, here's a final thought to ponder.
Mm.
What if the Tamagami isn't an entity at all, but a gateway to another dimension? What implications would that have for our heroes and the entire demon realm?
That's a fascinating possibility, and one that could have some really profound consequences. Just
Yeah.
imagine, you know, new characters, new challenges, new adventures that could be waiting on the other side.
Right.
But for now, we just got to wait and see what happens in the next episode. But
I
until
know.
then, keep theorizing, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the world of Dragon Ball Daima. Yeah, always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.